What's going on? Just going to check on a couple things, make sure we're hitting live. We're hitting live on YouTube. Make sure we're on HISadvocates.tv. Give me a second. Nope. Nope. Link doesn't work. Well, hopefully you guys are on HISadvocates.tv over in YouTube land. I'm trying to get the HISA.tv app to go, and for whatever reason, it's not going live over there. I'm using the appropriate links. I'm a little embarrassed at this point because for some reason things just can't come together, and whatever, it happens. But Carmel is running a little bit late tonight. I can carry without Carmel. I think I could do a pretty good job. Tonight, HISadvocates TV is presenting Mancave Classified episode 20. I'm excited to talk to Carmel if he ever gets his butt here on time. What kind of professionalism is that? I mean, if you guys got to give him a hard time, right? To blast him, let him see it in YouTube land. Comments, hey Carmel, where have you been? What are you doing, buddy? This is just, it can't happen. You know, we got to be professional, and unfortunately, we got half of a professional team here, and I'm going to make the best of it. But that's my enough for Raz and Carmel tonight. But guys, I want to thank you for this opportunity to talk to you about some things that we all think about, we all worry about, and when I look at what's going on in the world today, I'm amazed that we have the chances that we have still with what's going on with. Let me check on one thing. I just want to make sure we're up. I don't see it happening. Hold on. Well, that's why I wasn't signed in. Oh, we're live. There we go. There I am. Duh. I wasn't signed in. I feel stupid. So HISadvocates TV is working. Hey, do me a favor. Go to your app on HISadvocates TV and just make sure we're up and working. And let me know that you see it. And if you're over on YouTube, just grab your phone, go to the HISadvocates TV app, make sure we're up and working over there, and that you're able to watch it live. I picked this background for obvious reasons. Today, I think people don't realize the important nature of what happened today. Let me dump this bike. I've been standing up and riding every day for the last couple of weeks, and it's pretty amazing, actually. My legs and my back and my butt kind of hurt, but you get used to standing after a while, and you're not sitting. Your posture straightens out, and you feel a lot better in life. You start losing the belly fat, and everything gets better for you. And you know, my apologies. I got this guy over here in a foreign country texted me, telling me everything was working, so I'm good. But I was watching the same thing you guys were, and before, if I only had to take the words of what this guy said today, I would say he's the boldest, greatest president that this country's ever had. You can't just take words. And I'm not saying don't believe what he says. I'm saying we've had a bunch of liars. And there's been a plan since the beginning of time. Democratic and Republican. They'll never, ever divide up that two-party system. Because where people are divided, and they want to say it's for other reasons, because you got a liberal and you got a conservative and you got this and you got that. There's other reasons behind it. But the real reason is they can control everything. This president right here is the first president ever to get us into a war. He's the first president that has ever, today on his speech, he said, "We are a democracy." And I'm like, no, we're not. This is what we're going to talk about tonight. And he said, well, yeah, we are. I said, no, we're not. And then at the very end, he says, we will bring the republic back. So he's at least acknowledging that we are, in fact, not a democracy, but the nation was founded as a republic. And some of these things, they're not really listened to, or they're not really gravitated to or understood by the majority of people. And they don't really think or concern themselves with really what's going on. But we have a system that's so defunct. Like I watched in his last presidency, he was stalemated by the judicial. Stalemated. He couldn't get a single person indicted for things that high crimes had taken place, and there was no indictments. The Russian collusion, absolutely all points back to this lady right here, right there. And there's people in the office in Congress that, like Adam Schiff, like, who promoted it, pushed it, paid for it through third-party companies, through campaigns. Hillary, this woman right here, had 30,000 private emails. This woman right there, there's been a number of deaths associated to the Clinton cartel. Like about 150 people randomly have died around them. Secret Service people that worked for them, attorneys that worked for them, people that were supposed to testify against them. And what's interesting to me is they all sit around and they all smile at each other. They're all smug. It's almost like an act. And I gotta say, if this is an act, we are being played really, really well. Like, could it be coming time here in the near future, this guy proclaims himself to be like God and develops a temple in the New Jerusalem, erects an image of himself and tells people to walk in? I don't know. He's not from the Middle East, where that guy's supposed to come from, or is he? Do we even know where the Middle East is? And I don't want to get into that and freak you guys out, but I don't think you understand truly what has gone on in this world over the last 500,000 years, or who owns or controls, or. I'm encouraged by what happened today. I'm encouraged by what's happening in the markets and the opportunities that we have with cryptocurrency. A lot of people are pissed off at the fact that we're getting rid of cash, and I get it, man. I like cash. Getting paid in cash, not having to have responsibility. But you know what? Cash to me, for a lot of people, represents it's like a misunderstanding. The reason why people like cash is they don't have to pay taxes on it. Well, there's ways to not pay taxes. And I'm not talking loopholes. I'm talking Supreme Court rulings. I'm talking revocations of election right under the IRS code. I'm talking those things. And so when you stand back and you look at the alternatives of what we have from an opportunity standpoint today, with markets collapsing and stock market going through the roof, not for reasons why you think, but because the dollar's going through the floor. People are going to be bailing out of the dollar. They're going to be going into all these cryptocurrencies. This man is Donald Trump is going to make it a tax haven to shelter your assets and gains that you make on crypto. Why? Because there's a plan to move you out of fiat into crypto. What a better way to get the majority of funds out of mainstream and into crypto. Now, I just on the last Q&A about 2 hours ago ended up talking on the subject matter of cryptocurrency and some of the battles people are facing with losing their money. And I share with our VIP members all the time ways that they're not thinking about to secure their assets. So do me a favor, go to HISadvocates.org, join as a VIP member. Super important. You're going to become a party to a body of people that are learning what cryptos, why, how to purchase, what to purchase them on, and get the safe havens necessary, like a foundation, to make yourself tax exempt no matter what. And so that you can, no matter what, have the gains and protect those gains on hard wallets. What is a hard wallet equivalent? Well, a hard wallet equivalent is like you being the bank. It's like having cash in your wallet. See, over in China, what they're trying to do here is get everybody to get on a credit-based system where they're running technologies. I'm not going to get into the technologies tonight, but they will know everything that you're doing, wherever, whenever, however. And those technologies are going to be very, very interesting and very small. I'll just leave it there. But those technologies are telling the Chinese government what's going on with you. And if you're not performing on the job, you're not going to get any money dripped into your account. Well, one of the ways that you solve that is you have your own hard wallet. You are the bank. So watch in the next 5-10 years how they're going to make it illegal to be the bank, to have a hard wallet. They're going to make you release the custody and put it into an account to where they can own, control, and manage you. And quite frankly, that's when World War III will break out. That's when the people around the world are going to realize who they are or who they are not. Don't know when, don't have the dates, but I do know I'm making plans. And I do know America is changing rapidly. And I do know what I heard today was the most feel good of a opportunity to be feeling like we're going to be okay that I've had for the first time in several years. I mean, even when Trump took the office before in 2016, I really didn't feel like that because, to be frank with you, by the way, anybody out there, prayer warriors, say a quick prayer for Carmel. This is super unlike him. I don't know if he got in a car accident or what, but he's supposed to jump on with me and he's got all the links and he's not responding to a text, which just is not normal. But if he's being a turd and he's delaying, give him a hard time in that. As soon as you see him pop up, I want everybody to blast him over in the YouTube land and let him know what an ungrateful guy he is. You're showing up, you're giving him your time, and he's not there for you. You know, really lay it on thick. But otherwise, be praying for him. This is, again, for the guys, because a lot of people are coming on. This is Mancave Classified 20. Is America a stage? Are politicians just actors? I kind of feel they are. You know, when I found out who Bill Clinton was and how he was tied to the mob and put into the position of the presidency as he was, I'm like, Then you watch all the people disappearing, dying. Bill Clinton went to Epstein Island over 50 times, something like that. That means he screwed little girls, little boys over 50 times. Where's the Epstein list? Where's Epstein? How do you protect all that? What kind of power do you have to not have to go to jail? Get on that list, not have to go to jail. And then put out the smoke and mirrors and go after one guy by the name of P. Diddy who's working with all of them. Why do you think P. Diddy just sits there and, you know, in the freest nation in the world, he's an FBI contractor. You know, he works for the feds. He gives information out. He has tunnels underneath his own houses. He's kidnapping, theoretically, supposedly, could be a rumor, kids, young women, men. And all that smoke and mirrors for really what's going on in the background. Then California starts burning. Then they turn out the water. And it's no different than it was in Hawaii. Excuses. And then you got Gavin Newsom a week after talking about how, and this is how he was saying it, talking about how he talked to the governor in Hawaii and we're setting up some stuff for the people to buy him out with destroyed houses behind him. He's setting up all happy and joyous like he's doing a good thing for the people. He's the reason why the reservoir was dry. He's the reason why no water came out of the pumps. He's the reason why Pacific Palisades is completely burnt down and unnaturally, if you ask me. Am I going to be painting my roof blue? Oh, are you kidding me? My car, my roof, my wallet. I'm going to become blue man, get blue makeup on. Nothing. Can't get me. Can't get me, you know. I'm going to put my chicken coop blue. I mean, everything's blue. Everything is blue, man. 100%. Y'all know what I'm trying to say? I'm going to guess maybe 20% of you know what I'm saying. If y'all don't know, it just seems like for whatever reason, anything with a blue roof does not burn. Anything with a blue awning, blue car, blue anything does not get burned in these fires. Nor does anything really living like a tree. I don't know what to say, but technology is saying we're getting targeted and they're making expansion and they're doing it hard and fast. And when you look at the layout of everything that's happened, it makes America look like all these guys are just a bunch of actors, you know, all of them. Do I want to see any of these people turn the corner and make America great again? Yeah. Of course I do. Am I going to see any of these people make America great again? I don't know. Because when President Trump took office last time, a series of events happened that completely limited him and his ability to do his job. He still did an effective job, but towards the end, he really got trifled and America was shut down. Remember? And they started to, after him, do a forced thing upon the people. And now was in collusion with that to a degree, saying, I don't think it should be forced, but I think it's a good thing. I don't think people should lose their job, but I think you should go do it. I did it myself. And post his presidency, he kept on the trail saying that. That's my issue with him. That he personally invested in Moderna. That's my issue with him. Is that a valid issue? Are you kidding me? Now he's got a meme coin, Trump. You know what a meme coin is? He's in the crypto market now. He just launched on Friday at whatever, 0 and went to 50, 72 or $3 on Sunday. And it was like a $12 billion market, which means he could have sold off at $70 any stake amount that he had and made billions. I think there's more that we need to investigate. Elon Musk, you know, standing behind Trump's team, just giddy today. I don't know if he's a lizard underneath all that skin, you know. I mean, I'm not one of those guys that does the lizard people, but you know, is Elon Musk a lizard man? I don't know. I say that because I've never seen a man do what he does with zero inclination to do anything else but to make sure that anything that he touches turns into absolute gold. He has developed robots, space travel, supposedly, a car company to rival Ford, only electric, in some very, very short amount of time. What he has done is unlike any man on the face of the earth. To have a man like that truly on the side of America in the office position that Trump gave him, is hecka smart. Really smart. If he is a wolf in sheep's clothing, we're screwed. Elon is in charge of government overreach, oversight, and Elon and his friend, whatever the other guy's name is, those guys have as much or more power than Trump, together especially, because they're in the Department of Government Efficiency. Now, I hope they run their job like they do that department, meaning make sure they go in and do that department like they've created their companies efficient, streamlined, cutting costs, cutting this, cutting that. I hope these guys, and you have to understand what the term X means and why he named his son X, and why his ex-wife was and is a devil worshiper, why his mom, there's many things about his mom you need to go investigate, guys, on your own. And I just think Elon is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Is Donald Trump a wolf in sheep's clothing? I hope not. I hope not. But if America is one big act, we all fell hook, line, and sinker on this one. Like, I get it. Let's rename the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. I get it. Let's go take over Panama Canal again. Obviously, he stated in his treaty, or in his talk today, about the Treaty of Panama and how they've given the operations over to China. And that's just a no-no. And so he's flat out saying we're going to kick China out and we're going to operate that treaty in that region once again, because the tariffs are too much, even for the naval ships that we run through there. I think there's a lot going on in this world that we're just starting to get to the foundation of and the root of and trying to figure out. But if this guy is a part of what these guys do, no matter what, in the next 4 or 5 years, you're going to feel like you're being led down a great road. And there could be something that brings it all to a very fast close and a trap. So what we're going to explore together over the next few years is, what is that trap? What could the trap be? Money, technology, hard wallets, that operates like cash in a pocket. We can get through a cashless society together. We can get gold, silver. We can grow our food. We can buy food. We don't need to live in a city. We can defend suburban areas against law enforcement that wants to usurp our rights. There's all kinds of stuff that we can do. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about my country. I'm worried that we have seen nothing but a play, and that we're all in an audience together and we're all waiting for something bad to happen, because we've been seeing bad thing after bad thing after bad thing. It's like, not once did any of the presidents over here stand up and applaud. Not once. They applauded once when some of the people were released in the Israeli Palestinian conflict. Did I like the prayers? Yeah, I like the prayers today. Did I like, the general mood of what Trump was saying right in front of them? Like, no more of this crappy leadership, no more of the borders being, just shaming Kamala and shaming, Biden right in front of him. Biden just looks stupid. If that is Biden, just looks stupid sitting there. They all did. The Bushes, they look stupid. They, it's like every time Trump was talking, Bush was talking back and forth with his wife or her husband or whatever he is. And now we've got all these things coming out in the public about Barack Obama. Is he gay? Who cares? Well, his chef may have cared. The relationship supposedly he had with his chef. The relationship he had with that guy in 2007 or 6 when he was a senator and let a guy do lines on him, on Barack, and perform fellatio on Barack and in the back of a limo, and passed a lie detector test. And later that same guy was shot by somebody random in his hotel room for performing a press conference saying, look at my cell phone records. It's all very clear. This is very true on what happened. And of course, he got killed for it. But then Joan Rivers, 2 weeks before she died, somebody asked them the question, what would it be like to have the first gay president? And they're like, oh, calm down. Joan Rivers says, calm down. Everybody knows Michelle is a tranny. And then when you do your investigation on that statement, because she died in a pretty normal surgery 2 weeks later, Joan Rivers, for outing Michelle. Everybody knows that Michelle Obama's a tranny, and that Michelle's actual name is Michael. And Barack has had a problem remembering that when he's been on stage several times calling Michelle Michael. And Michelle, really Michael, because she still has her body parts, he still has his body parts, forgot to wear some underwear on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and they started doing a dance off, and the package was flopping all over the place. Yep, not made up, the real deal. And then there's been other things, like actual photographs of Barack and Michael together as young people. Now everybody's worried, Michelle's not showing up to events. Well, they may have had an outing, they may be done, their relationship might be over. Barack's had a few affairs. He likes men. How come we don't know any of this stuff? How come the media protects this? Why is it we don't know the real truth about what's going on? Why is it that everybody looks at that statement that I just said about that family as a conspiracy instead of doing their research? I every now and then test it with people. What do you call Barack's spouse's name? And some of them look at me and they're all, Michael. That's all I had to say. The world is waking up. We are all coming and waking up. But my question to you is, why aren't they in prison? Hillary Clinton was receiving large wire transfers into her foundation by foreign countries as the Secretary of State under Obama. Like $900 million, like a huge amount of money. Why? How? How did she get away with storing government emails on a private server at home? How did she make them disappear? How are these people talking about spending money on children, calling it pizza, and making the White House pay for a 1 o'clock in the morning delivery that costs $65,000 for pizza? How is that? I don't know. I don't care. I don't get it. I do know that we are in precarious times, and the hope of our nation is getting smaller. But today could be one of the biggest days that we have ever had in the history of our country. The one thing I'm going to ask you guys to do is get behind this president. Even if there's him tilting another way, we can pray together and bring him back straight. And I mean that quite literally. I don't think he's too much, too out there, too big, too hardcore, too demonic. I think there's a lot of good things about Donald Trump that he now sees, that he now regrets ever doing, ever being a part of. He actually looked really good, really healthy today. And he gave one of the best speeches that he didn't really sound like a jerk off. He really sounded pretty good. So let's do each other a favor and let's get behind him. for the first time in the history of the United States where we actually do something as a people. Let's start showing up. Let's be as organized as BLM and Antifa. Let's show up for nothing. Where Antifa shows up to do whatever they're going to do, let's get organized and show up and counterstrike them. Let's put them down. Let's start burying these people right where they stand. People that are killing people, torturing people, burning their homes, burning their businesses out, throwing rocks through, jumping people, jumping elderly. Yeah, that's what's going on. Antifa, BLM. Well, we're facing even something greater right now, and something that's probably going to happen in the next week or two. And I keep hearing the word explosion, and I don't know why. I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to be right on this one. But as you all know, there are trained terrorists in our nation right now, and they're at any point getting ready to attack us. And I think we need to be extra careful right now. Going out in public, bring a gun. Driving around, bring a gun. Be prepared with a plan to get your family and yourself out of any situation. Look for the doors. Look for the emergency routes. I'm not kidding. I think that's where we're at as a nation right now. I hope I'm wrong. But I don't think it's going to be the entire nation. I think it's going to be regions. And you're going to see people completely crippled, just like they did to Israel, to the people of that town, that area, where they came in on gliders and parachutes and just overwhelmed them. Now, my question to you is, was that an act two? Was that just something that they shut everybody down on purpose for, to make something, to let something happen, kind of like Pearl Harbor, where they knew the planes were coming, they just let them come in so that we didn't have a reason to go to war? Does that sound familiar? Does that sound like one of the normal courses of actions to get us into war? Remember, war is profitable. Remember, that's what they want. Trump doesn't want to be in war for him. Trump never started a war, per his record. So I think we have a shot here with this guy. But we got to be behind him, and we got to pray for him. And we got to make sure that we are on guard, and that we are all warriors for God this next 4 years at a minimum. And that truly the republic does get re-inhabited. And that truly we stand up as a nation, one people under God, with full immunity, where republic form of government exists. That is probably the most important thing. We are the holdout nation to the world order. We have the perception of leadership that has the perception of trying to help us. We have a shot. But don't listen to people that say don't do anything. Stay out of it. Get into it and get ready. Because if a fight comes and takes place, and you see 1,000 people falling out of the sky, or whatever it is they're going to do, they might be coming out of the ground, they might be falling out of the sky, whatever it is, you need to be prepared to get out quickly and be prepared to defend yourself and your family. We're going to see some really ugly things, but at the same time, there's a gift, and it's called protection. Almighty, godly protection. I truly believe in that. I don't just believe in it, I know it exists. And it's something that you know that you have when you walk with God. We are coming to those times where the world, the plagues, the judgments are all about to take place. And where we can skate through this, get to the other side, and be overseers and guardians with and for our God, and with and for the people to which want to stand. I know that we're going to pull this off together. And I know that we're going to be found righteous in the end and victorious. And some of us may perish along the way. What a glorious way to perish for fighting for righteousness' sake. I don't want to. I want to live a long life, man. But I know if I die right now, I'm present with the Lord. And I'm going to be, doing that dance, doing the church dance up in heaven. But I don't want. I want to stay in this fight. I want to see it to the end. I want to be one of those guys for all eternity. Everybody wants to come up to and talk about what it was like to be on earth during those times. I think those are going to be the rewards, to just be sitting around wherever. We don't understand the extra dimensional realms or life, or we don't have a clue. But imagine for all eternity, you get to hang out and glorify God and talk about what we did standing together today. These are the times, these are the moments that we will never, ever forget. We will live and some people will die. Let's just hope it's the people that serve the wrong side. And God, don't they look wicked the older they get? Look at Clinton. Oh my gosh, both of them just look horrible. Like, Bill is the same age as Donald Trump, and he looks like he's just beat up, man. He's got it all over him. Just that sorry life. But you know what? God was working on Bill for a long time, and Bill did not heed. I don't know if Hillary ever was able to be worked on. She is truly the evil amongst evil. But all these people are in cahoots, and there's something bigger going on that they think they know that is more powerful than our God. But know this. They, not him, they, it's hard to figure out which way to point on the screen. They, that turkey, that clown, oh God, yes, and for sure her, are all going to pay big time. And don't think for a second they don't know about it. They're devil worshipers. They're all a part of the same club. Him, I'm not so sure about yet. But there could be a great deception. Keep your eyes and your ears open for anything that could be sideways, because I think what's coming is very fast. And I don't want to be a part of it. I want to be out, and I want to be under God and protected. And I think God's given us clear signals and insights on how to do it. I'm going to cut it short. Carmel never showed up. Do me a favor. If you're new, text the word freedom to 855-452-0499 right now. Text the word freedom to 855-452-0499. Secondly, download the app, HISadvocates TV, on your phone. It is live right now on your phone. So I'm going to get used to the system where I go live, and I'm going to notice you on your phone where you get that drop down. It's going to say HISadvocates TV, Kelby's live, Mancave is live. You also get a text, and you also get an email. That is the way we stay private. And what do I mean by that? HISadvocates TV is a private network. We're going to be bringing on a lot of channel content providers through HISadvocates TV network. There's a lot of obvious things we need to get worked on and worked out so we can make this streamlined and easy. But it is here. It is happening right now. And if we want to be able to communicate through difficult times, it is imperative that you get involved on hisadvocates.org and hisadvocates.tv. Just join. To nothing more than a phone and an email, and then I'm able to notice you of important information as it comes up over the next couple years to come. So we're in this together. I got you, and know this. I'm going to be listening to all the stuff on the back end. This is kind of what I'm loving to do, to make a determination, and I think I've been right about a lot of things. I've never fully sided with that guy. I don't know why, but today I got excited. And I think we have a shot, but it's going to be us as a nation getting under him and getting our hearts right and be willing to stand and sacrifice our time and our energy to save this nation. I don't think people understand just how much bad stuff has happened because of the United States corporation. It's like a murdering, rampaging La Cosa Nostra mafia, the biggest mafia in the world, with full support systems, 2 trillion annually to budget and do its warfare, kind of a La Cosa Nostra. So we have to really understand how to get around that nightmare of the corporation, let it go, bring back the republic, which I'm hoping there is a plan of action. Another thing, here's my marketing. Go to startopenenrollment.com, please. We're helping kids with that. It's full coverage, health coverage for about 1/3 the cost. Go check it out. You can get your own quotes, and you can see all that is available. And we help kids with the funds that we receive on the commissions from that company. So God bless you guys. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow night on His Advocates TV. Again, keep Carmel in your prayers. I don't know what happened to him, but he no-showed tonight. He confirmed 100%. So we'll see you later.